This is a Samsung Galaxy Note 3. This phone came out back in 2013 along with the Galaxy S4 and some cheap budget Samsung phones back then, as well as the iPhone 5S. And we're gonna see how well this phone holds up today in 2025. Well, it's technically June 2025, almost July, so yeah, we're gonna experience how well this phone goes. So so here's the design of the phone. So you can see you got the Galaxy Note 3 on the back, you got the S Pen. Man, ever since like the Galaxy S21, Samsung kind of like discontinued the Note series and then like bring back the S Pen on like the S22 and newer from what I remembered. So yeah. Also, another thing that this phone has that a modern day smartphone doesn't is the ability to replace the ability to replace the battery. So yes, back then on like Samsung's and including a lot of other old Android phones, you used to be able to like replace your battery on it, but then like ever since I believe like the S6 and Note 5, you no longer can do that. But although Samsung still kind of made some like although Samsung still made like budget phones that still has like replacing batteries like the J3 series, I believe. Like yes, like the J3 and J7 series, like on those devices actually came out a bit later times for what I remember, and those devices still has the ability to replace your battery. So yeah, that is nice. And to put it back, you just gotta do that. And there. This right here is a S Pen, and yeah. And yes, a lot of the Galaxy Note series phones have a S Pen, and one thing with the S Pen is that you can like write stuff and take your notes with it. And yeah, I kind of find the S Pen really helpful if I want to like write something or draw something on my phone. So yeah. Also, I completely forgot to turn this on. So let's turn this phone on and see how well it goes. Yep, it does have charge. I do want to say that I probably should have like had this phone turned on and have it fully charged before this video, but oh well, let's see. By the way, the carrier for this phone is on Verizon, as you can hear from all of that. Dang, this phone is so nostalgic. Fun fact. The iPhone 5S that came out in make sure no personal information spams. So as I was wanting to say, so the iPhone 5S came out the same year as the Note 3 did, but that phone is like still feels pretty small, but the Note 3 on the other hand feels pretty big, and I feel like the S4 is like in the middle between the Note 3 and the 5S, and I can actually show you that right now. So here is a comparison between the iPhone 5S, the Galaxy S4, and the Galaxy Note 3. By the way, if you're wondering about the S4 has like no logo on the back, and I actually got it this way, so yeah. So here's a comparison. So as you can see, all these phones here all came out in the year 2013, and as you can see, the Galaxy Note 3 is still looks a lot bigger than the S4 and the iPhone 5S. So like look at how small the iPhone 5S is compared to the Note 3, even though they both came out the same year, and the S4 is like in the middle between the iPhone 5S and the Galaxy Note 3. So yeah, fun fact, the latest version the iPhone 5S can run is iOS 12, and for the Galaxy S4 is Android 5, and the Note 3 Android 5 as well. So let's get these out of the way. So yeah, that's actually what I want to compare about these. So we are already like 5 minutes into the video talking about the specs. So here we go. Man, listen to this unlock sound. It feels pretty nostalgic. Also, oh, one thing, the default unlock sound is this one here that goes like this. As you can hear. By the way, these are just not. Give me 1 second. Okay, don't want to get those notifications leaked. But I kind of changed it to this one because I like this one more. Cause the Galaxy S3 that came a year before the Note 3 has this unlock sound. So yeah. So overall, here's the phone fully working. Also yes, I do have an Elsa wallpaper on here because I do like Elsa from Frozen, and yeah. Overall, it is pretty nice. And I can also show you how the S Pen works. So this is how the S Pen works. So you basically take this out of here, and you can see then something like this will appear. Yeah, so speaking of wanting to take notes, I think if you... Oh wait, if you press screen right... Wait, let me try to do something. Yeah, you can see I try to write the word hello there. Yeah. We're not going to be saying that, so... yeah. I feel like out of like all the Samsung phones ever made, I feel like the Galaxy Note series phones is my favorite, and I like pretty much all the Galaxy Note series phones out there ever made, and yeah, pretty nice as you can see. And oh wait, there's this app called S Notes, and basically, let's make sure nothing personal shows up. Okay, and basically, I think this is another. Basically, this app, I guess you can kind of like draw, or you can basically like kind of draw or write on here. I found this pretty cool. Hello with a happy face. Yeah. I'm pretty sure all the Galaxy Note series phones you can actually do that. I find that pretty nice. And yeah. By the way, this phone right now is like, I believe 12 years old. Pretty much all of these three phones here are pretty much 12 years old, and the Note 3 is definitely a lot bigger than the S4 and the 5S. So yeah. By the way, yeah, as you can see, so with this experience, I'm so sorry if I'm like this long, but I did talk about the specs and everything, so let's just get into like launching some apps on here. I'll try not to like take too long. I'll just try to see. So let's load up Google Chrome first and see if this works. Also, we are browse. Also, yes, I do have apple.com on here. I think you can still browse the web. What if let's search up. Wait, can I write like this? I can. Oh, that is pretty cool. Okay, hold on a second. I was gonna write something like, as you can see, I searched up Samsung Galaxy Note 3 and I searched up Samsung Galaxy Note 3 and it loaded pretty. I think if I scroll slowly, it should be able to like load and stuff. Also, Also, one thing about these three phones here, the iPhone 5s, the Galaxy S4, and the Galaxy Note 3, is the gigs of RAM differences. So the iPhone 5s has 1 GB of RAM. The Galaxy S4 has 2 GB of RAM, and the Galaxy Note 3 has 3 gigs of RAM, making this kind of faster than the S4, but I think pretty much a lot of the Note series, I think pretty much the Note 4 and beyond, S5 beyond, you can still feel that the Note series is faster than the S series. That is that. So let's see if YouTube works. So I am quite curious. So YouTube, on the other hand, does not work on Android 5 anymore, so that is unfortunate, but what if I try to browse YouTube on Google? That is a very good question. Oh, not YouTube to MP3. Let's see. Wait. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. YouTube actually loaded on here. I'm just gonna play one of my videos on here. And volume all the way down. By the way, don't mind my watch history, please. So yeah, I'm gonna do this one, the last video I made, and see how it performs. Oh my goodness, as you can see, it is actually YouTube is actually watchable on the Note 3 if you're browsing the web to watch YouTube. So that is very nice. I know I kind of showed my YouTube page on what I watch and my watch history and everything, but please don't mind it. I was just trying to show how YouTube runs on the web. So yeah. So with Android 5 nowadays, I think Android 5 is like losing support for like a lot of apps from what I know. Like Discord doesn't really work on Android 5 unless if I can find a really old APK of it. And other games, I do have like the old Angry Bird games, but I got them over an APK. So yeah, so we're just gonna try out some games on here for the rest of this time. I've been recording for over like 13 minutes at this point, and I don't want this video to be too boring to watch. So yeah, so we're just gonna mostly do gaming. So yeah, so I know I have 2 Minecraft on here. Pretty interesting, right? All right, so the first game I'm gonna try it out is my favorite game, Minecraft. So by the way, this is the old Pocket Edition, Minecraft PE. I wonder what version of Minecraft this is. 0.16.1, and this is my skin, and I'm called Hatsune Miku. Interesting, right? All right, so we're gonna create a brand new world. I'm gonna play creative. So, okay. Oh my god, I just loaded pretty fast. That's because this is a really old version of Minecraft. That's nice. So, as you can see, this version of Minecraft is pretty playable because this is the old Pocket Edition Minecraft. Not the very old Pocket Edition of Minecraft, but this version, I believe, came around 2016 or something. But yeah, as you can see, it is pretty playable and like runs really smooth on it. So yeah, that's that for Minecraft. No stutter or anything. Wait, I wonder what the nether is like in this version, because this version of Minecraft is pretty old. Oh my goodness, I remember this. This is so cool. But this is so cool. Alright, here we go. Here's the nether. Looks like I'm already straight in. Pretty interesting. Oh my god, that's a lot of ghast. That's a lot of ghast here. I did not expect them to spawn to so many to here. I did not spawn those. They spawned them here. They naturally spawned here. Overall, this nether is definitely pretty old nether, pretty old school nether. So yeah, what happens if I leave the overworld? What the hell? Anyways, I feel like a gas just spawns through my portal. Oh, by the way, guys, there is a new updated Minecraft that came out called Chase of the Sky. That is like 1.20, 1.20, 1.90. And in that update, they added the happy gas. I think it was in the game before, but that's only experimental. But now that happy gas is finally into the game, as well as vibrant visuals. And those are pretty cool. So, yeah. So that's that for Minecraft. Another game I'm gonna try out is Minecraft. So since this is like pretty old version of Minecraft, it is pretty playable. If I attempt to run like the latest version of Minecraft on here, it will definitely be unplayable. If I try to run like the latest version of Minecraft on here, which yeah. So I wonder if Roblox works. Let's see if Roblox would work. Also, there is like a bit of screen burn up here. Okay, looks like Roblox need an upgrade. And wait, oh look what it says. Your version of Roblox is outdated and will not work properly. Let's see if we can update the app. Wait a minute. This phone isn't compatible with this app. So I guess Roblox doesn't work on here anymore. So I guess Roblox doesn't work on here anymore. Okay. Alright, lastly, we're going to try out Geometry Dash and then we'll end the video. So where is Geometry Dash? Here it is, and I'm going to keep the volume down so I don't get copyrighted. I know I've made tons of Geometry Dash gameplay videos over the past, but let's see. Okay, Geometry Dash is definitely playable since a lot of phones can run Geometry Dash. Even modern phones can, so yeah. And with that, I have beaten this level in one attempt. Pretty nice. Alright guys, so this is going to be it for this video here. Hope you guys like this video. I'm sorry if this video will get boring, but I will still try my best to edit as possible. And yeah, so this video is mainly just me doing a review on the Galaxy Note 3 and experiencing it to see what you can still do on this phone after 12 years later. Yes, I'm right, because this phone came out in 2013 and now it's 2025, so that is 12 years. So yes, 12 years later. So yeah, I also compared it to like the Galaxy S4 and the iPhone 5S, since those phones came out around the same year as the Galaxy Note 3. So yeah. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching for this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.